Broadcasting from the Mike's Auto Service and Repair Studios in West Springfield, Mass. It's Shop Talk with Mike and Shaggy. Take it away, boys.
Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Shop Talk with Mike and Shaggy. I am the Shaggy of the equation. Off to my right is Mike Z. He is the owner of Mike's Auto Service and Repair right here in West Springfield, Massachusetts. It's 173 River Street. They do everything from inspections to repairs. A couple videos ago, we were talking about mass inspection, which is leading to today's topic because it was such an interesting topic and Mike had a lot to share, so we made an entire video. Window tinting on your vehicle, whether it's maybe you lived in another state where it was maybe a little bit different laws and things like that. Let's start out with this. What is the deal with window tinting?
Well, since we live in the great state of Massachusetts.
Tell me about this great state.
So as far as inspection goes, they have you don't have a certain limit on how dark you can make your windows. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so I can understand that for like police safety and things like that.
That's exactly what it's for.
Because you never know. You got tinted windows. There could be a guy literally with a gun up there. If he's got a tinted window, all he has to do is roll it down. Too late for the cop. Right. So I can understand that. So there's certain degrees that you have to abide by. So how do you check it?
Well, so when a car comes in, the regulations apply only to aftermarket window tint. In the registry of motor vehicles calls it applied film. So any kind of an applied film.
They always have to add some cutesy name to it. So everything that comes from the car out of the manufacturer, all the tint is legal.
Right.
What we're talking about is people go, yeah, that's not dark enough for me. I'm darkening it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
okay.
the thing, and there's a lot of confusion because the cars that do come from the factory with window tint, even if you make it as dark, like the passenger rear doors, so a lot of SUVs right from the factory, they're pretty dark, right?
Yeah.
So if you take in, put aftermarket tint on there and make it just as dark, guess what? It's not. I
would say you wouldn't be able to really see into it, and that would be an offense.
Yeah, but the regulations apply to the pretty much all the windows. So anytime you add anything to them, we have to check it. We have a little meter here. That's
what I was going to ask. I'm like you're just making a guess by looking at it. So what do you got?
So it's things like, so if this was your window, this is a dark tint here. We take the meter and we slide it right over the window. And that says 23, right?
23, correct.
Right, so the limit in Massachusetts is 35. So how this works is, say this piece of glass was completely clear. So 100% of the light comes through it, right? And it's 100% clear.
Yeah.
So as you add tint, the percentage of light coming through the window goes down. So when you get down to 35%, that's the legal limit. So it's letting 35% of the light through the glass.
Gotcha.
So that's our legal limit in Massachusetts. So anything less, so if you got 34, 33, 28, 24, whatever, that's a fail in Massachusetts.
I got a question.
What do we do?
My question is, are all states 35?
No, there's each state has their own. Some states don't have any.
Are we on the high end?
We're probably on the stricter end.
That's what I mean.
As far as like you live in Florida, it's very hot down there. It's allowed. So we get people all the time that move back up here or never lived up here, and they bring their car from Florida. All the windows are tinted, and they're pretty shocked that.
Then they get pulled over. But I lived in Florida. It was fine, but they don't understand. So that's one of the things. So that's something very important about that. So if you move here from another state, double check the Massachusetts law on that, or just give Mike a call over here, and we'll come see him, 173 River Street. You'll let him know exactly what's going on.
We'll throw a meter on it. We can check it for you.
Now what happens if they're over? Can you peel it off, or do you have to take it all off and then reapply it again?
So you can just take it off. It
seems like it'd be hard to peel off a light little strip of. Yeah, for me anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's the film they use is pretty durable, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And usually once you start tearing it off, it will come off pretty easily. I pretty much tell people, because we don't do that here. We won't take it off, but places that do tint will remove it. So I tell people to look it up. Whoever does tint will also remove it, or they can remove it and retint it to the legal limit here in Massachusetts. Now the thing you got to watch out for. So say you have a piece of glass and you want to have it tinted, right? And from the factory, even though it looks pretty clear, there might be a little bit of tint on there. It could be 3 or 4%, right?
Right, because you don't know.
Right, you don't know. So most of the windows have a little bit of tint to them. And like I said, it could be 5%. So here's the thing, right? So you go to your tint guy and you say, hey, I want 35% on my windows. And the guy pulls out a 35% film, throws it on your window. That already had 5%.
I was going to say.
So now guess what? Now you're at 30%, right? So it's still going to fail. So you got to make sure that you tell them that you want it illegal to pass.
I would like this as dark as possible, sir, without going over the Massachusetts state law.
Right.
Wow, that's an interesting fact.
Yeah. And even windshields, across the top of the windshield, they give you about. There's actually a little line on the windshield. I call it an AS1 line, and you can't go below that line. It's roughly maybe 5 inches or so. Yeah. So you can't have any tint below that, and it still falls into 35%. Every once in a while we get people from out of state, they come in, their whole windshield's tinted.
Yeah.
You can't have anything on there.
Now they could get some pretty heavy duty fines, right?
Yeah. So it's so if you got pulled over and a cop decides you want to write you a ticket, it's $250 per window.
Per window.
So that can add up.
Man, that could be front, rear, side. Oh my God.
Yeah, you can have 5 windows easily.
Wow. So there you go. So not only legal, man, but it could be like a fortune out of your wallet unless you have a very friendly officer.
Absolutely. So people get upset when we tell them that their windows tint is too dark and it's got to come off, but can you imagine how upset you're going to be when the cop tells you it's 200?
I would rather have Mike at Mike's Auto Service Center and Repair tell me that my tint is too hot too. Take his word for it. You don't want to get pulled over.
You don't want that $1,000 ticket.
Can you believe that? $250 per window. Yeah. Well, man, I got to be honest with you.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, it actually comes down to police safety, and that's why.
That's what I agree with 100%. It's not about anything else. I don't want to. People can respect other people's privacy. But when you got especially at night, right? They say the worst thing is a cop says, you talk to them all the time, is pulling up. They don't know what they're pulling up on. That could be.
Imagine you walking up to a car and the window's dark, completely black at night, you can't see.
Could be your grandma, or could be a bunch of guys who just robbed the liquor store down the street that you don't even know anything about yet. Right. So there you go, safety measures. Mike's a genius. That's why I like being on this show. It's the Shop Talk with Mike and Shaggy. It's more like let's pick Mike's brain, but he didn't like that title. So I thought it was pretty neat. But it's Shop Talk with Mike and Shaggy. We talk about cars, we talk about community events, and a little bit of something for everybody. So you learned about mass inspection, tinted windows on this edition. If you have any questions, we have a Facebook page, the Mike and Shaggy Facebook page. I have my own page, the Shaggy page, and Mike has his very own Mike's Auto Service and Repair page on Facebook. Any questions? Email them to us, or just stop in and say, Mike, hey, I saw your videos, can you help me with this? We're more than happy to help you out. Am I correct? Absolutely. There you go. So we learned a little something, we're having a little fun. We appreciate